3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome back to Show Me Trucks. In this video, I'm back to working on the 36 GMC now that I'm done with Hershey. So, I told you I picked up a taillight, and so now I'm modifying these. I picked up some other parts at Hershey and Carlisle. So, basically, the taillight I got just has one socket for the bottom with your kind of reverse light in the bottom and then a brake light. And I wanted to run reverse lights separate from my brake lights. That way, hopefully I can get everything passed at the DMV. So what I did is I made these little aluminum pieces out of some scrap I had laying around. They go in here, and the bulb is in the bottom. That's totally separate. And then I drilled a hole in the top, and I bought these little socket ends, which I actually thought they were steel, so I thought I could tack weld those in. Of course they're not, they're brass. So I'm gonna have to JB weld that in, and then I'm gonna silicone all the way around it, you know, with some RTV or something. And then the other bulb will be in the top. I had picked up these little side tabs, and those side tabs hold down your bottom lens and let you screw in to the top. So the reason it's not super snug up to the corners because I need those screws to pass by. You know, this isn't, you know, a show truck. So the bottom obviously won't light up. The top is going to light up. I'm going to run these as my brake lights and turn signals, and then my backup lights, all out of the same lenses. Back to the brakes on the 36. So I had everything laid out, but I went ahead and cleaned everything with some brake clean, just to make sure there's no residue or anything weird on it. I still got to pack all my bearings. You know, these are loose ball bearings with cages, so I already inspected all the cages. All the races look good. These are the new brake shoes. And then over here, I already cleaned spindle. Cleaned all the backside as nice as it needs to be. And then yesterday, I went and got these drums turned down. Well, let me show you what I'm working on today. This is the part of custom trucks or old hot rods that everyone hates, is up under the dash. It is so tight in this cab, and the way the seat is, it really sucks. Let's get up under this dash. I do plan on trying to fix this little bracket under here, but it is so tight, and this thing is the most uncomfortable. Especially having your emergency brake already in. I wish that wasn't in right now. My shoulder's already messed up from messing around in here. Ah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do with the light in here. So, let's see what you guys can see. What, ignition switch. I don't know what this extra switch they have in here. I don't think that's original. I think this is lights. I want to say that's my lights. And then I don't know, probably a choke, and I don't know what this other cable would be, but they're just cut off. Basically, my goal is to get, you see this green band right here? And then there's a bracket. I'm pretty sure that bracket is what's holding the window, regulator on to move the window out. And I might even have to take the whole dash off to get to it, but I thought I could maybe do it without doing that. But if you see up under here, this dash is made out of, the brace is made out of wood. And the cab just has little tack nails going into it, and then the dash mounts to it. The other part that I was going to take out is, this is your vent for, your cowl vent. Lets air come in. This thing had been stuck. I had got this. It has a cool little spring on it, on the end over here, and then there's a cool hook that you probably can't see that hooks to that dash, and then this mount goes right in here. So I broke that one loose, and it's kind of like the emergency brake setup where it's got all these little notches and it sits in there. But I just wanted to, I was gonna work on all these hinges. I already broke this bolt, and then I'm trying to get the other bolt, but I wanted you to see how that works if you've never been under here. If you're wondering, all that water vents from here to this tube, so I'm gonna have to get a little hose, hook those up. That way the water doesn't just build up in there and rust everything out, which I'm sure it does anyway, but hopefully it goes through that tube and gets out of here. Just to let you know how uncomfortable it is under this dash. There's no room, it sucks. Really hard to work under here and film, so I haven't been doing that. Now that the vent's out, I can kind of show you. There's kind of a little groove in there, and then down here in the front there's a hole, and I think I showed it from the bottom, but it drains out your firewall, so that it just dumps out in your engine bay. Yay. I'll have to order a new gasket, that way this is sealed up for noise and for water. But the one thing I do think it's weird is if you have a gasket that I would assume rides on this side, but maybe it does ride on this end. Either way, it's a little weird because it drains in this middle channel, but not in this channel. So it could obviously build up in these corners and rust them out, which it hasn't. But I do find that a little weird. So I'm interested to see what the original gasket style would be. This is the steering column holder. You see, things don't work right. So basically what happens is when these are froze up on here, these bolts, they just twist and then snap it off. This one was extra. It came in a box that I had bought with some other stuff, and it was twisted all the way up each side. So I just bent it back out straight. Now I'm gonna cut these ends off, weld some bolts to it. That way this can all sit in there like that. And hold my column. That way, whenever I'm trying to steer right now, my column can shift all around. And if I didn't say it in the other video, I'm trying to get it outside for some Halloween decorations. Obviously, it has a very dark Halloween look to it. So I'm gonna set something up for Halloween. So I want to be able to steer it around in the driveway a little bit. Makes it a little easier to get it around. And while I'm already digging into the dash and everything, I might as well get that column all set up. And then here's all my vintage wiring for all you guys that really like the old stuff that comes out of these. I want to show you guys some redneck stuff you have to do whenever you don't have the right tools. My puller couldn't get on the back side of this steering wheel, so I had to use a connecting rod, throw it around the back side, and then I had something to grab onto with the puller. So steering wheel's coming off. I bought a better one last year at Hershey, so I'm gonna throw this one on. The other one had some electrical tape on it that I didn't like, and I figured something bad was underneath it, and I still don't know, but I got this one cheap, and I got to reuse the little bezel ring and then my horn button. So as much as I do like using as much original stuff on it, I didn't want tape on there. I'm gonna ask a decent amount of money for this truck, so I think some tape on your steering wheel is pretty trashy.